Howdy folks, welcome back to Railroads Online. We are over here at the oil refinery. And it's way up on a plateau. I wasn't expecting that. But I've got some groundwork laid. I think I've got most of the tracks laid. It's kind of sloppy, but they're also not lined up at all. Makes it a bit of a challenge. And I've got the groundwork laid for a reverse loop. I think I'm going to go out that direction, kind of north-northwest. There seems to be a little bit of land contour that way, so that's what we're going to try to do. Got a turnout over here. You do some running. Run, run, run. Just trying to get this lined up in the right spot. This will be where the reverse loop hooks back up. Then I'm going to try to head out this way and eventually link up with the line over there towards the ironworks. So that's the plan for today. I'm going to go ahead and do variable grade. Somebody asked in a comment like what the difference between constant and variable grade was. I kind of tried to answer in words, but I'll go ahead and show it here in the game. So I'm going to lay this new segment, and this isn't going to be for reals. This is just for demonstration. So I'm going to lay a couple different, like 3 segments here. So now before I hit right click to end this, I can change the gradient U and E. So you can see the whole thing from where I started to where I ended is changing in one constant grade. I'm going to leave that there just for demonstration. If I do variable grade, I come out a couple sections like this. Now when I change the grade, only the segment that I'm currently making changes. The rest stays the same. So what that means is you can have each little piece be a different grade. I'll do it. So let's say this could be 3%. This could be 8%, and then you could come back down this way. So each piece of the current spline you're laying can be a separate variable grade. Whereas here, constant grade, the entire spline changes. Hope that makes sense. It's a little hard to explain that in words. But that's the difference. So I'm going to do variable grade because I probably want this to change as it goes. Somewhat in the middle here. I'm going to start out, extend this out a bit, probably with like a 2% down. We'll go from there. I can change it as needed. If I bring the map up, it looks like we kind of want to curve a little bit that way. So I'm going to go ahead and do this alt snapped here. Let's just do like a gentle 10-degree curve. Getting too close to the ground. Seems like we're okay for now. Now we probably want to come back up to level. Which direction am I pointed? I'm pointed about in the right direction. So let's come back to straight. Back down to 2%. %3% for, well, we're getting kind of steep, aren't we? This will be a bit of a climb, looks like. Yeah, we're getting to be fairly high up. Well, let's just see how it goes. We can always delete this. All right, I'm going to end that there. Trees cut down so we can kind of see what we're doing. I'm going to switch to this wooden trestle. Now, the bridges are always constant gradient. How are we looking if we come down at 4%? Yeah, this will probably get deleted. Let's leave that there. Leave that there so I can see it. I need to go find, where is my main rail? I'm going to kind of run this way and hope we can see back in there. Let's run over here and find our main gradient. Should be over here by the ironworks somewhere. A nice straight path through the forest here. Where is my track? Be over here somewhere. A little further away than I was anticipating. I think somebody said in a comment they went south from the ironworks. That might be the better way to go. There we go. There's the ironworks. We got this nice straight path here through the woods. Maybe we'll curve off and do that. I think I had put a switch. Yeah, I started over there. Then realized that the line was raising up. Oops, wrong button. Do constant grade. Why didn't that work? There we go. Kind of weird looking. So this might be a little bit longer episode. I'm just going to kind of stumble through my building process here. Where did this go? I know it went out and then I ended up hitting a hill somewhere. Surprised I didn't cross this. Unless I ended up deleting it. Now, let me run back over here to my switch. Because I started out from here and then quickly realized, oh, the refinery is on a big plateau that's up pretty high. Maybe I ended up deleting that. Oh, here's my roadbed. It's just buried so I can't see it. So maybe I ran across it and didn't even notice. It is kind of buried in the weeds. So one trick you can do, come here to graphics and just turn the foliage on low. You can actually see what you're doing. So I would have had to intersect this at some point. It was just in the weeds, I bet, and I didn't see it. So I'll have to go find it. Looking around for that trestle or the long groundwork that I laid. I see the trestle back in there. Yeah, there's the trestle back over there. I'm not sure where that groundwork is I laid. Oh, there it is. Okay, so I can delete that. But I need to turn and head over towards that trestle work. So I'm just going to lay this out as kind of a guide of where I need to go. Need to sprint a little faster. Okay, so we can start curving that trestle as we come down. And then hook up with this. That'll work. Does this count as groundwork? No. It must be bridges. There we go. Just going to lay this as a marker so I can find where I'm going. Oh, that's a neat trestle. Let's get rid of that. Let's do 4%? 3%. Let's do 3%. We'll see how that goes. I'll lay that out, and then we're going to start curving this. We'll do a 20%. Start making our way down. So we don't even need to do 20%, do we? Do that more gentle. Redo. That far, and we're going to go down 3%. And we'll see where this makes us end up. Straighten back out now. Get down close. There we go. It's going to be our slow climb. And we'll join up. Actually, let's join up with stone here. Let's get some of this crap out of the way. See what we're doing. Sometimes you click on a tree and it just doesn't delete. His reasons. And about in the middle. No, I want, this is a case where I'll use variable grade, so. We know one. Let's have this be 2% as we join up here. We can see, raise that up to 1%, and we're going to just kind of ease into this level so we can see right there it starts to match. I'm going to put it that. We're going to bring this back up to 0%. Start curving it. Actually, we're not. I see now this is the straight piece where I came across. Out this way, and then I'm going to make another like short segment here. Because as I start curving this, I don't want it to use that whole long piece to merge the curve. I just want this short piece up here. So let's do like a 10-degree curve. Should tighten that up a little bit. I wanted it to match, but it didn't exactly match, did I? Nope. Not work. So let's try that again. Needs to be a little sharper than 10. Fortunate that that didn't work out. That was the short segment. Out of here, trees. Because I would rather it matched up more exact. Since we can't, you know, snap the spline, I really wish we could snap, because it knows where the middle of the spline is. Just let us snap to it, instead of all this guesswork. Hopefully someday. Alright, we're going to make a little short segment. There we go. Turn on Alt Snap, and then we need it to be a little sharper. So let's try a 15-degree curve and adjust it as needed. Flattening that out. And we're pretty much there. So now if we delete this piece, I have to go delete all this because I ran it all the way over to the hill. Delete that piece. Now we just got to start cleaning this up. Delete that piece over there once we're back over by the other track. So this is the kind of boring stuff that I usually don't show a whole lot of, but I know some people like to see it, see the process. So this is how the sausage is made. And you could definitely take a lot more time and scout out a lot better routes. But what I've tended to do with my railroad is get there, and then you can always make it better later. I had this giant stone groundwork there just so I could see where it was. I think that is all of it. So actually, while we're over this close, let's run back over to the refinery. We'll start laying some track down. And we'll clean up as we go, and then we can actually get a train over here. But we're going to need to bring not only the crude oil, but also pipes and lumber. Yeah, pipes and lumber. So I'm pretty sure the switch is where I want it to be, so we'll just start here and head down. And then to bring some other track up here. let's get this laid. It's going to be kind of pretty much straight. Lay some of the straight stuff out. Come on, click. Go. Give somewhere for the train to go when we get up here. And of course, let's do a save. Now that we kind of have our line roughed out. You know what? Let's just use the 90-degree trick. So we can come straight off of here. Now we'll start following the roadbed. Should get an even-ish curve. Kind of wishing I had cut some trees down. Then I just aim for the middle of the roadbed. I usually don't make this stuff too critical. Alt snap and see it. Yeah, I'm a little bit off, but this is rough narrow gauge track, you know? It doesn't have to be perfect. Make it straight through here. So we're fairly well lined up with the groundwork. Come on, just snap. Doesn't always want to click. To be too ugly, but it's going to be a little bit ugly. One thing to be careful of is don't let it drop down like that and then snap. Make sure you're snapping to the top of the wooden trestle. And I just come along here and click in the middle. Let the auto spline figure it out. And once we're kind of lined up, I'll hit Alt again to get back to straight mode. Just come along straight here. Hope it clicks. You gotta kind of be like right smack in the middle and not moving for it to realize you want to click. Not terrible. Find the snap point. Try to come off here straight-ish. As we get close to where we're going to start turning, start making some shorter segments. So it doesn't get crazy when it starts doing the auto spline. At least hopefully not too crazy. Then once we were going, we do full length segments and just click in the middle. Sort itself out. Where I have straight segments, I'll hit the Alt again to go super straight, and then we're going to start curving again, so I want some shorter segments so it can ease into the curve and not get too weird. Need to clean up some of that road bed, but to come off the alt and actually straighten up a little bit here. So we'll have a jog in our track, which I'm sure will bother some people. That's okay. If you ever looked at any real narrow gauge railroads, it won't bother you. Come on, click. Oh man, this is getting all off again. All right, I might relay some of this groundwork. Start making shorter segments again. We're gonna come around the bend and hopefully line up with this switch. Like that. There we go. Not perfect by any means. I have to get this straightened out again, so let me delete. Oh, that was the wrong piece. I'm going to relay a lot of this where I got completely off. And we need to cut a bunch of trees. This is all going to be floating. Back here to this jog. All right, then what I usually do is I'll start like back here and get the height. Come to like, say there. Then I'll come over here where I want to actually start. I'll start laying. Just come right down the middle of the track. And I usually make it in segments just so if I have to redo something, it doesn't delete 4 miles of groundwork. Pieces of it. See, we got a kink in the rail there, so we'll fix that. Around the tree. That's a case where it just tried to adjust it too much, so we'll redo that. Just ease back in. There. Beautiful. Get our wood saw out. Wait for the trees to despawn. There we go. And we'll delete some of this track here. Should be kind of close to delete the track. And we'll just lay this again. So we're going to hook on. I'm going to do about 3 ties worth. Hit Alt, gets kind of straightish, do short segments. Start easing back in. It's not perfect, but you know what? It's good enough. I wonder if I could have the train go super slow and cut trees out of it. Probably a bad idea. Alright, I'm going to put a cut in here. I'm just going to run along and clear these trees out. And then we'll take the train over to the refinery. Get ready to finish out the track over there. So, see you in a bit. Alright, got all the trees cleared and I'm back down here. Just need to connect back around. I'm going to make a Y here. Connect to the ironworks. And I don't know if we can do a 20. We might squeeze in a 20, not have to go 30. Yeah, I think this will work. That way we can come from either direction. Straighten this out. And we'll just kind of ease in like this, and we'll figure out what we need for the switch. Some rails out. Probably started way too far back, didn't I? Yes and yeah. Let's get an idea here. Nope, not that one. So we need it to be about there. So let's get our end rail set. That on there. Our straight. I don't want to link there because it's slightly off. We'll just do right there. Come on, link up. Yeah, there we go. And can we eyeball this? Pretty straight. Then that will be our other end of the Y. So we can head out to the refinery from either direction. Not looking terrible. I already turned the grass back on. I'm kind of wishing I hadn't. This overgrown branch here is a little hard to see. We'll make it work. We have to get the saw out and cut some more trees. Link up, and not terrible. Cut you down, cut you down. Definitely need to cut you down. Some of the, come on. Yeah, see that little puff of smoke come out. Means it's cut. That's kind of terrible, but whatever. You can always fix it later. This video's run on almost long enough. So let's run the train out to Refinery, at least as far as we can go. And that'll wrap this one up. Fire's probably dead in here. All we have is the 2 tankers worth of crude. That's okay. We can get the other stuff out there later. Let's hop in here. Oh, that's not the right handle. Should have pressure. We got the fire going anyway. Train's still connected, so that's a good sign. Keeping an eye on the pressure. It's probably going to come down as the fire gets roaring. Whoa, nope, stay on the train. Nope, need you to go into the cab. There we go. Want to fall off. And that switch is set the wrong direction. Run! I set that to straight, but then I think I relayed the switch. Got to change it again. There we go. Now we should be set. Head out to the refinery. We're not. We are losing pressure. My water temperature must have got down quite a bit. Fire's going to keep going. So we may not have enough steam to make it. We shall see. Can't really tell the water temperature. But we're going to hit that 4% grade soon. We've only got 2 cars, but they are loaded with crude. I don't know how heavy these tankers are. I'd imagine they're pretty heavy. But from what I understand, everything needs a rebalance for weights and physics. Alright, pressure has climbed back up. Let's go for it. Full steam ahead. Should be able to pull 2 cars up this, right? Maybe? I got yeeted across the map cutting trees. Not all the way across, though. It only took a few minutes to run back. Oh, look, we can see the flames from the refinery over the trees. Yeah, this is no problem with 2 cars. I didn't think it would be. Might be more of a struggle once we start bringing lumber and pipes out here. A little slow to respond when you change the throttle. I think they did that because their networking is a little bit janky. There we go. That's the end of the track. I need to get the rest of the reverse loop and stuff laid. Hey, we made it to the refinery. Pull to a stop. And I'll get the rest of the track laid, and then I'll probably take the crude over. Not sure how you unload the crude. Let me show you. I don't think I really showed this. For those that haven't been to the refinery. I don't know if you just... It looks like you just pull up to the dock and... somehow it unloads? I'm not really sure. Danger. Like there's just a platform here, so I assume you just unload? Like maybe there's magic pipes? We'll find out. But anyway, that's going to be it for this episode. Thanks as always for watching. And I'll catch you next time. There's a thumbnail. Maybe.